What's up? It's the forecast. Doing it from my neighborhood Starbucks, and I'm trying something new. You see, this is green, right? It's not brown, it's not black. I'm trying matcha as an alternative to coffee because I've heard that it's healthier and it keeps your energy levels steadier and there's less of a crash. So, I don't know. Let me know if you believe that's true. And what would you order if you were trying out something new at Starbucks? Before we jump in, I want to shout out a few people in the comment section of the last forecast for week 2. Say what's up to Jigamamax. Trench 22222. Haha, if you know what happened, you know what happened. Lamang Ren, let's get healthier together while watching MPL, why not? Gladly. Sorry to disappoint. Stay tuned for the recap. Jean Demelin, well, it's tough, but luckily, it's me you're with, alright? So, yeah. JP Styles, I'm actually hyped. I'm not the biggest FGC dude, but, when it's old school and has such legacy, sometimes I can't help but dive in, Rayash knows about Tekken 8. Like, I promised myself I wouldn't buy Tekken 8, but I did. Rolento, it's worth it, all right? It's worth it. You know what's up. Speaking of which, how about we review our Week 3 performance based on last week's forecast? While I pay the piper, you know what it is. 6 out of 7. 6 out of 7. That means I only need to do 10 push-ups because I called it wrong between Team Liquid PH and FCAP. And this is exactly why I've been hedging on FCAP for the past 6 months. All right? The moment I say Team Liquid PH, the moment I switch over to the other side, they do this. So enjoy the 10 push-ups, the 10 slow push-ups while Rayash does the recap.
Take your time with the push-ups, Leo, while we recap Week 3. In Day 1, Fnatic Onyx Philippines takes the win over Aurora 2-1, and Falcons AB Bren with the debut of the Lolita Hanabi combo takes the win over RSG 2-1. In Day 2, Fnatic Onyx Philippines keeps their streak alive, winning against Smart Omega. RSG takes a sweet victory against Blacklist, and a whole banger to end the day, especially with a 30-plus minute game, with FCAP sweeping Team Liquid Philippines, the only wrong call for this week. Finally, in Day 3, even with TNC getting their first game win, Aurora still wins the series. And to end the week, Team Liquid Philippines sweeping Blacklist International. A near-perfect record for Week 3. Let's see if it'll be the same for Week 4. You're taking too much time on the push-ups. I'm just gonna speed it up a little bit, and yeah, let's head on to the forecast.
6 out of 7, baby. We ain't perfect, but we're damn close. Let's get into the recap. You know how it works. If I'm right, I told you so. If I'm wrong, first up, Day 1, Week 4, TNC versus Falcons AP Bren. Last week, TNC kind of found their groove, but it's a little too much to ask for them to take down Falcons AP Bren. What an upset it would be, though, but I'm going to say it now. FCAP takes the win. Second matchup for the night, Fnatic Onyx Philippines versus RSG. This could go 3 games. I do think it could, but I don't think this is where Fnatic Onyx PH loses their streak. Despite this being RSG, despite this being the Kingslayers, even if they did lose out on Nats, Mibor is a solid replacement, but I think FNOP keeps on going. They extend the win streak. They take the dub. Let's go to Day 2. It's a battle of struggling teams. TNC versus Blacklist. Weirdly enough, I think TNC was in better shape last week than Blacklist. Because Blacklist really was. I can point out what was wrong with TNC, as in I can count it in my hand, what they did wrong. But for Blacklist, I think they got to go back to the drawing board. I think there is a different lineup that works. There's got to be a different lineup that works. You got 10 dudes there. So with that said, this might actually be it. I'm going to call it now. TNC gets their first win. It could take 3 games, but I think TNC gets their first point here. TNC wins. Team Liquid Philippines versus Aurora, our second matchup of the night. Day 2. This one's actually going to be fun. I think the LPH is going to be angry. They lost what could have been a definitely winnable match against Falcons AP Bren last week, but you know what? That's it. No. Team Liquid PH, I want to put my foot down. Cavalry is going to celebrate. Team Liquid PH is going to be the super team. Closing up Day 2, it's RSG versus OMG. OMG hasn't won. Like, they did not win anything in Week 3, given they really only played one match, but RSG versus OMG. Okay, I think OMG get back their win. They definitely need this, and the week-long rest, you can call it a week-long rest, should definitely help them reset. So OMG wins. Last day of week 4, and we are swinging into mid-season proper. We got Falcons AP Brand versus Fnatic Onyx Philippines. Oh dear Lord. World champions versus the Super Fam. This might actually, you know what? This is where the streak ends. Sorry, Super Fam. Sorry, Sonics. It's over. That's it. I learned my lesson again against Falcons AP Red. They win here. I'm not going to say sweep. I'm not going to say... Just take my word for it. Falcons AP Red wins. Closing up the week with our final matchup. Smart Omega versus Team Liquid Philippines. If this happened in week 1 or week 2, I think it would be a more difficult call for me. But knowing what I know and seeing in my head how that OMG RSG matchup goes, I think OMG maybe takes it a distance, maybe even gets swept. But with one of those games at least, whether it's 2 or 3 games in the best of 3, it's going to go the distance or get really close, but Team Liquid PH will win. All right, so this is a W week for the Cavalry, and we're seeing a win streak get snapped in half, just broken and ended. That's the forecast for this week. Let me know in the comments below what you think is going to happen and if you did any push-ups yourselves. I'll see you at the MPL Arena. Peace.